Okay, this is a tutorial on how to create your own Christmas e-card. E standing for electronic. Okay, so when this card is finished, you're going to send it over email. I'm going to show you now the processes involved and how to achieve this. What I would recommend you do is during the video, you pause at different stages and go and do those individual sections. Okay, the first thing you have to do is you need to open up this program. Now this program can be found in Start menu, All Programs, ICT, and then go down to the program called Serif DrawPlus and click on that. This is a drawing program, obviously, it's DrawPlus, and you can use it for lots of different parts of your work in school if you'd like. And this is just an introduction, really. You'll learn a lot more about this in Year 8. Now what we're going to do is we're going to start a new drawing. Okay, we're going to choose a landscape page, and then A4. Click OK. Here we have it, fresh canvas. And what you're going to do is you're going to bring in 2 photographs that I've already saved on the RM shared documents. Click this little button here, and click on My Computer, RM shared, navigate over to ICT, of course Year 7. You can see just after the spreadsheet unit that you've just completed, hopefully, you've got Unit 4 e-cards. Now it says in Photoshop, I should change that really, because it should be e-cards in DrawPlus. I've changed it this year. Now the first one we want to bring in is background. Now whenever you create a publication like a card, a greetings card, whether it be electronic or not, you first need to start off with a background like this. So you could, if you wanted to, after you finish this one today, if you've got time, you could go and get your own background and you could create your own card from a different background. Now what I've done here is I've got one picture in here, but I need to go and get the other one. Press on the insert picture again and get my snowman. When you get the snowman this time, you can draw out on the page where you want him to go. It's probably at this point where you're probably thinking of pausing the video and going and doing these stages and then coming back to the video to complete the rest of your card. Okay, the next part is to get rid of this white bit in the picture. You're probably faced with this problem quite a lot in your work, particularly if you get a picture off the internet and you want to put it into your PowerPoint presentations. So what you can do is you can bring the picture in here and do Cutout Studio at the top there. What you need to do is make sure you've got this brush selected. It's called Discard. Discard means get rid of. And then what you do is you literally hold down the mouse key and you draw around some of the white area. And what it then does is it recognises all the similar colour, the same colour around it, and it highlights everything, okay, apart from the white. So you can see that now you've got this black and white line around the bit that you want to keep. If you're happy with that, you click OK, and then you go back into your picture and you can see the white has now gone pretty much perfectly around the edge of that picture, so you get a perfect edge. Okay, you might want to go and do that now. Pause the video and do that. Remember that was have the snowman selected and Cutout Studio. Next thing I'd like to do is add some text onto here. So over here on the A tool, it seems reasonable to believe that that is the text tool, doesn't it? And then you actually just draw out the sort of size that you want. Don't worry too much, you can change it in a moment. Obviously I'm going to write something like Merry Christmas. Now you might decide, oh, I want Christmas on the next line so it fits in nicely. Now I can highlight the text here and change the font, or you can just click on the black arrow. The black arrow is a selection pointer. With that selected with the black arrow, you can move it, you can change the font size and lots of different things. So I'm going to center align it. I'm going to put it there in my card, and I'm going to change the font because Times New Roman was never meant for greetings cards. It was always meant for something like a newspaper. Okay, so we've got Merry Christmas. Black's not very festive, is it? So what we're going to do is change the colour. Now this is over here. You can see that at the moment I've got the fill colour selected, which is black, and so is the outline colour. Now with the fill colour selected, I'm going to choose a nice sort of Christmassy red. I'm going to have an outline. I'm going to have the outline white, so I'm going to click on the line to bring that to the forefront and change it to white. White's there, look, or it's in the bottom corner of the triangle. You can't really see it. So actually what you can do is go to line, and look, it's at 0 point at the moment, so you need to go up a little bit, and when you let go you can see, there we go. So you've got a nice white outline around the edge of your text. It makes it stand out from the background a little bit better. Okay, next thing to do is I'm just going to jazz up the text a little bit. I'm going to right click on the text, right mouse click, and I'm going to go to the filter effects. Now you can see you've got lots of different things here, and if you move this window to one side you can actually see on the image what you're doing to it. Now I'm going to add an outer glow, so you have to tick that little box there. Well, there's no outer glow at the moment because there's no intensity and no blur. If I was to increase the intensity now, it would change it to this colour. So let's have a little look. So if I bring that up there, and then bring the blur up, you can see in my picture that that colour is now behind the text, an outer glow. I might bring the blur down a little bit. I want to see the sky. And I'm going to change this to make it a little bit more festive. I'm going to get more colours. I'm going to choose a nice dark festive green, like a holly bush. There we go, that's a bit better. Once you're happy with that, you can have a little play with some of the others if you like. Click OK. Now what I suggest you do, because you've probably got some time on your hands now, is to go onto the internet and get another picture and add it into your card. A little bit like the snowman. Alright, and bring it in. You could get Father Christmas or a reindeer or something like that. And then cut it out and leave it in your card. Now, to finish this off, it's no good just us saving this file, because what it will do is it will save it as a Serif DrawPlus file, and very few people have that on their computer. So it'd be silly really to send that via email. So what we do is we save it as a JPEG file. In order to do that, I'm going to draw a big box around everything on my page. Okay, like that. So if you weren't on this tool, you need to be, and then draw a big box around everything on your page. You've got it all selected now, and that's the bit we want to save as a JPEG file. So we go to File, Not Save, we go to Export, and we can export it as an image on its own. There we go, look, this is what we're exporting. Notice that the format is JPEG here. And what I'll do there is click Export. Of course here you need, this is just like the save dialog, so now you need to go and find where you can save it. So you need to go to your My Documents, you need to go into your Year 7, don't you? You can see I've already made one in here, so I'm making another one. Call this Crimbo Card 2. Click Save, and it's done. So if I go to My Documents now, quickly show you Year 7, here it is. It's saved as a JPEG file, and if I double click that now, it will open up in Picture Viewer. The reason we do that is because now we can send that via email. So what I'd like you to do is to open up your email, press New, and you want to put Mr. Ferris's email address in there, which is FERMAR, and press Enter. Subject, Happy Christmas, and then in the body of the email you want to go to the Insert ribbon up the top here, Picture, because you're obviously inserting a picture, navigate to your Year 7 folder where you just saved that. So for me it's in here, Year 7, there it is at Crimbo Card 2, Insert, and there we have it. Now it's quite big, so you might want to make it a little bit smaller. And there you have a nice Merry Christmas electronic card to send to your teacher, and have a go at sending it to your friends as well.